My name's Dr. Gregory Piazza, and I'm the Education Chair for the North American Thrombosis Forum. And I'd like to invite all members and all other interested parties to consider attending our North American Thrombosis Forum Annual Thrombosis Summit this September. We've put together an amazing faculty for what is annually our marquee educational event. Like last year, we'll be dividing our educational content into three important categories: acute coronary syndrome, stroke prevention and atrial fibrillation, and venous thromboembolism. Now, the panel of faculty that we've assembled are experts from around the country on each of these important critical areas of thrombosis medicine. For acute coronary syndrome, we'll be having an important lecture by Dr. Jessica Mega on thrombin inhibition for acute coronary syndromes. We'll also have Dr. Deepak Bhatt return to discuss dual antiplatelet therapy for acute coronary syndromes. Now, there's a tremendous amount of research that will be coming out in the next year for stroke prevention and atrial fibrillation, and I can't think of two better individuals to help guide us through this evolving area than Dr. Samuel Goldhaber, our president, who will talk to us about risk stratification for stroke prevention and atrial fibrillation, and Dr. Christian Ruff, a very frequent collaborator with the North American Thrombosis Forum, who's one of the principal investigators of the ENGAGE trial, which is looking at a new oral blood thinner for prevention of stroke and atrial fibrillation. And Christian will be discussing the role of the novel oral anticoagulants for stroke prevention in AF. For venous thromboembolism, I'll be giving a talk discussing the link between cancer and venous thromboembolism, and then we'll have our Arthur A. Sasahara annual lecture on thrombosis, which will be a discussion of the link between heart failure and thrombosis by our own Mark Pfeffer, who is a close friend of the North American Thrombosis Forum and who learned from Dr. Sasahara early in his training. Please do join us for the Thrombosis Summit. I think you will find it to be an amazing educational experience and time well spent.